You're listening to Book Chat with author Vivian E. Moore.
Welcome, everybody, to this week's episode. We really appreciate you joining us. This podcast really shows us how we can all learn, live, and thrive off of each other. By sharing our knowledge through our conversations, we will impart some knowledge whilst learning ourselves how to progress even further. Here is your host.
Hello and welcome to Book Chat. I am your host, author Vivian E. Moore. Hope everyone's having a great day. I hope you had a great week. I hope that your weekend is good as well. I've had a busy day today, and it's not over until I finish with today's show. So, you know what? We're going to get straight to it. So, here we go. All right. So, the title of today's show is God Bless You. And the topic is author appreciation. So, how many remember Teacher Appreciation Day when you were in school? The award always went to the most inspirational, dedicated, dopest teacher of them all, and who was worthy of that praise. So thank goodness for the wise individuals who recognized when a job was well done. So today I want to share a little author appreciation. It's a lot like those teachers who always gave 100% of themselves unselfishly. So writers who care more about a job well done than the amount of time sacrificed to create a masterpiece. This show is for you. They don't mind supporting up-and-coming writers and willing to give workshops and tutorials to ensure you have useful information to achieve your goals without requiring anything for their services, okay? So for those writers who have forgotten their purpose or given up their dreams of becoming published, I have some good news and helpful organizations that exist to help you get back on track. All right, so here are a few powerful resources to help you with your writing journey, and it's also my contribution to show a little author appreciation. All right, so the first one is https://nanowrite, so that's NANOWRIMO.org, and it is the NaNoWriters. It is a 501c, so it's a nonprofit organization that provides tools and structure, community, and encouragement to help people find their voices, achieve creative goals, and build new worlds on and off the page. So NaNoWriters believes in transformational power of creativity, that they provide the structure, the community, and encouragement to help people find their voices, achieve creative goals, and build new worlds, again, on and off the page. So if you've never heard of NaNoWriters, I know I became familiar with it a lot through like the writing groups that I'm associated with. Goodreads, they quite a few times they have advertisement for NaNoWriting, and so if you want more information about that, you can just go to that to that web address, that URL that I gave you, and check them out and find out more for yourself. It may be something that's very useful. I've never done any NaNoWriting before, and I think it consists of maybe writing a manuscript or something in a short amount of time. So I think that's what it is, but I'm not sure. But they may offer a whole lot more than just that. But anyway, you may want to check them out. So the next one is https://www.writing/world.com basics goals HTML. Okay. So, quote, one of the greatest challenges we face as writers is the lack of structure. And it's a dream, and the only way you'll achieve that dream is by setting measurable goals that will help you by breaking the journey into short, attainable steps, writing time to your novel, and other 75% to income producing articles. So that's a quote from the writingworld.com. So that's good, because they understand the trials that many writers go through, or maybe all writers, and I can definitely speak to this because I've had challenges myself, and it's not actually coming up with stories, but it's just actually finding the time to dedicate, to every day. I just, I have life outside of writing, although writing is my life, but, I have life that goes on, beyond just writing. So some days, I may get a solid 2 hours into writing, and other days, I may not get that much time. So, so you have to be dedicated to the craft. And that's why I wanted to do this show today, because I know how hard it is for a lot of authors. You feel like maybe your dreams are not being fulfilled in the way that you thought they would, or in the manner the manner of time that you thought that that you would be obtain it. But the thing of it is that you have challenges, but you have to set goals for yourself, and realistic goals for yourself. And just if you want to write a paragraph a day, then you need to push yourself to do that. You need to dedicate that time to actually writing that paragraph. And for most writers out there, we know, well, let me not say a paragraph, but more like a chapter. Okay, because, we all can write a paragraph. So a chapter a day. If you are dedicated to writing a chapter a day, and, that can be anywhere from 6 pages to 20. It just depends on how long your chapters are. But anyway, set that goal. Set that as a daily goal, that you're going to write a chapter a day. And before you know it, you've got at least 10, 20 chapters done already. So, and most books have at least anywhere from 30 to 40. So there you go. You're halfway through, by setting that goal, challenging yourself to write a chapter every day. All right. So the next one and the last one is https:// my tongue got twisted, / smartblogger.com, how to get inspired to write. So this is another quote. You can't help but marvel at other writers who do persist and have a large body of work you can't even fathom. The most prolific writers aren't the most goal-oriented. So trick yourself to put a line in your belly and get inspired. And I like that. I truly do like that. And I have one more URL for you, and that is https:// writershelpingwriters.net. So there are places out there where you can get all the help you need, with your writing challenges. And I just think that it's a wonderful thing to show a little author appreciation. That's why I say God bless you. God bless those writers and authors out there who are dedicated to giving, time out of their busy schedules to help other writers, because there's some writers who are just beginning, and they're just now coming into, their writing graces. And, and they don't know all of the tricks of the trade. They don't know everything. I've been writing for a very long time, and I don't know everything either. But the fact of the matter is that I try to help, and share the information that I do have. And so there are other writers out there just like me who are doing the same thing, because, they're just not trying to run and win this race by themselves. They want to bring other people along with them. And that's my goal as well. And that's why I started this show, because I wanted to give writing tips and bring people on the show that were fellow authors who could also, offer some helpful information, for you how to achieve your goals. So that is the purpose of Book Chat, not only to talk about books and things of that nature, but also to give some writing inspiration. Maybe you're just stumped and you have writer's block or whatever is going on, because I know life does go on. We may sit down to write, but sometimes, it's a way for us to get away from just life in general, just to get into that zone and just write. And so that's why I wanted to, to offer this information and give these websites where you can actually go out there and get some writing advice. I know social media, Facebook for one, have a lot of writing groups that are out there. And, some offer some helpful information, and others, or writers who are, just displaying their work and things of that nature. But there are some writers out there who are actually giving, some information about how you get ahead in this game, and I don't want to term it just as that, but writing is, and I've said this before, it's very competitive. It's a very competitive business, and everybody wants to be a bestseller, but you got to pay your dues to get there. I mean, there may be some overnight sensations, but the majority of the writers who have been at this a very long time, if you were to ask Stephen King about how long it took him to get his first book, actually published, I'm sure he would share with you that, that he had quite a few of failed attempts, before he actually became published. So it's just something to think about. And to give you inspiration, I don't want to give anyone false hope, but I do want to inspire you to be your best and to do your best, and to also, send people your way or send information your way that is going to help you to grow as a writer and improve, your writing skill. You may be a writer because, that's the gift that God gave you. But, even musicians who, they're naturally born to do what they do, but still along the way they had to learn, and we all do. We all do. So that's the purpose of this show. And I hope to keep, continue to do it. We're closing in on 2020. And so I hope 2021 will be a much better year. God, I'm hoping and I'm praying that it will be far more better than 2020. Although we've had some great things happen this year, but we've had some bad things too that sort of overshadowed, those good things. But, I always want you to look forward, to something better. So that's my perspective on things. I always try to be optimistic, and I want to share that optimism because it's important to put that positive energy out there, because that's what I want to give off. That's what I want to get back. I want to give out positivity and get that positivity back. All right. So the purpose of author appreciation is to inspire other authors. So God bless you. And get started encouraging authors underway. All right, guys, that's the show for today. So before I let you go, I want to make sure I give you these URLs so you can stay tuned with Book Chat. Of course, you can go to Spreaker, and that is at https://www.spreaker.com/user/author Vivian Moore. You can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. I've gained some followers these past few weeks, so thank you for that, for reaching out to me on Facebook and also Instagram and Twitter. And you can, for my Facebook, you can just type in my name, author Vivian E. Moore, a Vivian E. Moore author, or E.H. Shepard author. On Twitter is God's Property 46, and on Instagram is God's Property 51, but on Instagram is by invitation only, so make sure you do that. And also, you can check out my website. That is at https://authorvivianemore.com or authorehshepard.com, and my blog. Today's script will be out there, so you can go out there and take a look at it. It is https://vivianemore.blogspot.com. And if you, for some reason, don't have Spreaker, you can listen to the show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, CastBox, Deezer, Podcast Addict, Podchaser, YouTube, SoundCloud, and Giles Savin. And all of these podcast sites are free of charge, so you don't ever have to pay for them. You can, in most cases, you just have to download the app. If you have an Apple phone, then it's there already. You can just go to podcast on your phone and type in Book Chat with Author Vivian E. Moore, and it'll bring it straight up. With Spotify, you can also just type in my name and get the same information. tomorrow is worship day. So I hope that for all of those individuals who are not going to the physical church, or if you are still having church from home, watching it on television, doing broadcast over Facebook Live and those mediums, then, I hope you still invite your neighbors, your family, and friends to tune in as well, because that is so important, because we need to hear some positivity. We really do. And, you may not think Monday to Sunday is a long time, but sometimes it is. That's a long time to be inspired to hear something positive. So make sure that you're tuning into those Sunday services, and also make sure that you're telling people that you love them, because if 2020 has showed us anything, it has shown us how fragile and sometimes how sudden life can end. So tell someone that you love them, and just like you, I love you. I hope you love me back. Until the next time you hear my voice, God bless you, and goodbye.
Loved what you've heard on this week's episode? Well, the answer is simple. It would mean the world to us if you could head over to iTunes and leave us a 5-star review and feedback. Spreading the word really is the best way to grow our podcast and achieve even greater things. Thank you.